Latest one is that Elon Musk has given US federal workers 48 hours to explain what they have accomplished in the last week. I'd just like everyone at home to think about what they have accomplished in the last week. It's quite hard to get a huge amount done in a week. Anyway, he's basically sent an email round. Actually, he didn't say it. Initially, he sent a tweet on his own profile, which just seems a bit.
Yeah, so I got it. So I turn on my Twitter. He announces.
He's always at the top.
So it's he is.
I always
and
at the top.
apparently, if you block him, your own followers get shadow banned.
So it says on the tweet, consistent with President Donald Trump's instructions, all federal employees will shortly receive an email requesting to understand what they have got done in the last week. So that's what he posted. He said failure to respond will be taken as a resignation. Then they all got an email. They had to respond with 5 bullet points on what they had achieved last week. Could you imagine you were on holiday, you had a sick day? I mean, all sorts of things. Maybe
it's just write laughing, smoking, watching TV, asthma.
You'd probably
just write nonsense.
stay employed for honesty.
Surely.
Well, what is wrong with that, though? I mean, if you're on holiday, sure, or if you're ill, etc., sure. I think the biggest issue here is there will be hundreds of thousands of people who work for the federal state who won't be able to find 5 things that they've done, maybe even in the last year.
Yeah, well, and in this country too, you think?
Lots of inefficiency.
You really think?
Well, 100%. I think he's right, you know. There was a story a couple of years ago, a guy in Germany said, I'm a civil servant, I'm retiring, I haven't done a stroke of work for 14 years. And this was him talking himself.
Okay, do you know what I would say that is, though? That's not an employee problem, that's a managerial problem. If you are a manager and you have got people in your team who are delivering absolutely zero, that is your responsibility as a manager to sniff that out.
Well, that's what Musk is doing.
That's
what Musk is doing.
No, that's not what he's doing. That is not what he is doing. What he's doing is he, as an unelected, meddling billionaire, is asking people to justify their jobs because he disagrees. His ideology is that we shouldn't have these park rangers. We shouldn't have cancer researchers. And he is there playing God as an unelected billionaire bureaucrat.
I think
he's such a loser. He is such a loser. The world's biggest loser. This is a guy who has never had his childhood trauma addressed.
Yeah, agreed.
He's a mess.
Listen, while I was on my little holiday, my daughter said to me, do you know, Dad, if I earned $100,000 tax-free every day since the...
I already know which daughter this is that said this
the
as well.
One. Since the birth of Christ up to the present day, I would not have as much money as Elon Musk, right? Wow. I said, that can't be true. I looked it up and it was wrong. It's 200,000.
Yeah.
So if you earn $200,000 a day, every day since the birth of Christ, you've got $14 billion. He's got 140 billion. He's got 220 billion. Yeah. So you need to earn, this is so incredible, $250,000 every day since the birth of Christ to the present day to have anything like his wealth. Yeah. And you call him a loser.
He's a complete loser because this is a man who is worth £400 billion, who is still clearly desperately unhappy. He needs some kind of validation. He's not going to get it. He's not going to get it at 500 billion.
A little bit unstable.
And also, can I just, for the people who's trying to side themselves with Musk or say he's doing a good thing, I am jealous of your naivety that you think this man is in doing what he's doing for the working classes.
His personal challenge is, I think, a slightly separate point to the fact that the state is inefficient.
Can you address my last point, though? Do you genuinely... Right, so we've just had Trump say that he wants to remove the debt ceiling, right? He's lifting the debt ceiling, and we know that all of these cuts to Medicaid and whatever else are going to be used to fund tax cuts. Who's going to benefit from that? Yeah, why? And also, from an efficiency standpoint, why do we need a second NASA? Why does the federal government need armoured Teslas?
Working class people voted for Trump in big numbers.
Yeah.
They didn't vote for Musk.